De'Aaron Fox got his extension. Will Jeremy Sochan? What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Hope you're having a great week. Caught an article from Air Alamo this morning. Yes, I know, some of you like the site, some don't, but it really got me thinking. And I said, TSR, let's do a video on this. Is this the end for Sohan, or is he a Spur for life, or somewhere in between? Let's get into the article, and then, of course, I'll share my 2 cents while we're going along. At the end, blah, blah, blah. Jeremy Sochan has been a core part of the San Antonio Spurs rebuild since the moment he was drafted. Drafted 9th overall in 2022, and he's the only Spur left from that 2022 draft class. Malachi Brown and Blake Wesley, both gone. Last man standing, and I don't even remember who he took in the second round. Got nothing. According to ESPN's Brian Windhorst, the Spurs may look to trade the 21-year-old forward if the two sides cannot agree to a contract extension before opening night of the 2025-26 season. So that would be right around the corner. And that's still, listen, don't know how accurate Brian's article is or the video that's there. But if they don't sign a contract extension, could we see Jeremy traded before the start of the season? I would be shocked, but say what you will about Brian Wright. Things are different with him as the GM. Not afraid to make trades. With De'Aaron Fox now under a massive new contract and Wemby's max deal looming just 2 years away, San Antonio's front office must decide who will truly be part of the team's foundation moving forward. Fair? It wouldn't be the most surprising thing ever if the team views Sohan as a more realistic trade piece than some fans anticipated. He is eligible for an extension right now, and if there's a significant distance between his asking price and what the Spurs are willing to pay, it makes sense for the team to explore some options. I don't know what his asking price is. We'll take a pause here and talk to you guys. What do you think Jeremy Sochan's contract extension should mean? I've seen anywhere between 18 and 20 million from websites. Some of you have said 12 to 15. I don't think anybody said more than 20. Based on his 3-year performance that we've seen, he's dealt with some injuries too the last couple years. 4 years for 60 to 65. Yes, no, I just don't. I don't think we can give him a really huge contract based on what we have seen. There's a lot of potential with Jeremy Sochan, a little bit of the injury history, and just granted, not his fault. He's played all over the place with the team. Center Sohan, point Sohan, etc. But that's tough. What is his value? Are we valuing on his potential, which he has not achieved yet, or what we've seen? That's tough. Sohan's role has fluctuated, which I literally was just talking about center Sohan and point Sohan, and his fit alongside Wemby and Fox is not entirely seamless on the offensive end. This is a fact. There's also the fact that the Spurs will not be able to pay everyone. The roster is young and full of promise, but contracts, and big ones at that, are coming. Jeremy has said he wants to stay in San Antonio, and the Spurs haven't ruled that out, but at this stage of the rebuild, decisions are going to come quickly, and the clock on this one is ticking. I hope it's not goodbye. That's not. I like to see Jeremy stay, especially if he's improved on his jumper from what we have seen in his workout videos. However, doing things in an empty gym as opposed to a real game situation are apples and oranges. Great, you can do it when there's not thousands and thousands, millions of people watching. Can you do it when the lights are on you? We'll see with Jeremy. In regards to Jeremy, by the way, he is what I like to call, and please, it's not me throwing shade at him, but this is a pre-Wemby guy. It's not a guy we drafted, signed, or traded for to complement Wemby. Those guys are De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, Carter Bryant, Luke Cornett, etc., etc., etc. Guys, I wouldn't be shocked if the Spurs move on from Sohan, Vassell, which we've talked about on the channel, or Johnson. Those are the last of the pre-Wemby guys that were drafted by the Spurs, I believe. I think the only other guy that was pre-Wemby that wasn't drafted was Julian Champagnie. This roster has changed a lot since Wemby has become the guy. And I think more changes are coming in the future. If Jeremy can't establish himself as a starter on this team, we can't have another guy coming off the bench making, exactly 15. I don't know if you heard that horn. If you did, great. 15 to 20 million. I hope it works out. But I think as Spurs fans, we're going to have to really, especially if you're a fan of Jeremy Sochan, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, and I do like all three. I'd really like to see them succeed here. I do. That 1 or 2 or all three of those guys might not be here before the season starts to a year or two, especially with the big contracts on the horizon. If players keep developing, we know Wemby's going to get paid his, but if the other guys develop, and that's a big if, we don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting as a Spurs fan to see what happens over the next few years. Shout out, by the way, to my son, Bradley Minix, officially signed to a two-way contract, as well as Harrison Ingram. Spurs are making moves. The roster, we signed I forgot his name, Utah Jazz guy, blanking on it, to an Exhibit 10 contract, so he'll be part of training camp. I don't believe the 15th roster spot has been officially filled yet. Drawing a blank on his name. Damn it, tried to grab it before the video. Oh well, can't now. I shoot these on my break, can't stop and redo the video. It is what it is. If you guys remember the name, drop it in the comments below, but I know he's from the Jazz. Is it Minnock? Maybe it's Minnock, something like that. Big dude, 6'10", forward center, I believe. So it has some three-point range. I'm not opposed to another big on the roster that can at least shoot the three ball a little bit, because one of the big things with us last year is these teams desperately needed size, especially once Wemby went down, Vassell was down. We're calling Bismack Biyombo off the street and saying, hey, come on and play for the Spurs. And he was really our only big. And he's not even a real big. He's got the wingspan, but he's 6'9". So having some legit guys that are 6'10" or above on the roster, having multiple guys now, I like it. So that's all I got for this part. If you'd like to follow me on the Twitter, follow me at TSR Sports 50. I forgot to plug that, but TSR Sports 50, I'll follow you back. And the big question, Spurs fans, what do you think is going to happen with Jeremy Sochan? Is he going to get extended before the season starts? Is he going to play the season and get extended after the season? Kind of a make or break year, prove it, show us that, that you belong here. And also the Spurs got to do him right and stop playing him way out of position. Mitch and company looking at you, no center Sohan, and we point Sohan's not going to happen. So put him in a position to succeed. If you're not going to extend him, I'm rambling a bit. If you're not going to extend him, and this is a year to make or break, to prove it, put him in a place to succeed, please. Okay? At least put him in a place to succeed. And if he fails on his own, so be it. But at least give him the opportunity to shine at either the 3 or 4. Don't put him on all these other weird spots. All right, that's all I got. Hit the thumbs up if you like support the channel. Subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs community. I thank you, and as always, go Spurs go.